カメなんかあります？
いつ出会った
あ、いつ出会った？
出会った時期は、はい。
僕は多分話したかは覚えてないけど、エボかビッグハウス2016年、ただ対戦初めてしたのはニコニコ東海記で、イーサムが来てて、その時にイーサムにライラットを出した結果バカって言われて
So
I heard Lilat.
yeah, Kameme's turn. So he knew Kameme got to know you back in the Big House or Evo around 2016, but you did not play him in tournament.
Right.
The
I don't
first,
think I played him in the entirety of Smash 4.
he mentioned the first game he played against you was in Japan at Tokaigi stage. You,
Right. Yeah.
and Kameme picked Lilat, and you said Baka against that.
Like, that's still accurate.
それはどうしてなの？
ピカチュウが強すぎて
強いめちゃめちゃ強い
この電光石火がっていうね。
Pikachu broken on Lilat.
マジで手になきゃいけない
なのに、緊張してたんだろうねって言われて
あ、そうなんだ。
ちょいちょいいるよねライラットを選んで
シグマさんとかもね
そう
同じ話してた
So after that game, you guys talked to each other and told Kameme that he might have been a little nervous on stage.
I remember. Yeah, it was, well, I always thought Pikachu did well versus Mega Man, both in Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. And it just seemed like getting the free game 1 because Lilat was Pikachu's probably best stage in that game, just made the set a lot easier. Because, winning game 1 means I'm going to get my counter pick game 3 even if I lose game 2, so I was pretty confident after that point, and I'm like, oh, if he doesn't understand enough about Pikachu to know that Lilat's really good, I don't think he's going to be able to, be prepared for how I play.
裏話があって、
はい
初めてピカチュウやったイーサムとやから、アバダンゴさんにね、
あ、はいはいはい。
聞いたんですよ、ピカチュウどうしたらいいかって、まずライラットはないからって言われたんですよ、そのないからっていうのは俺ピカチュウ弱いからないのかなって思ってたんだよ、ね、だから
ライラットは嫌がるからっていうことだと思うんだよね。
そう思ったせいでライラット出てきたわ
これなんでだ。
そしたらバカ
じゃあアバがいけないってことね。
そう
逆してください。
So there's a backstory behind it, and right before he played against you, Kameme asked Abadango, and that was a mistake. So it's Abadango's fault.
We always need to blame Abadongo, especially in Smash 4. He didn't have to worry about the Pikachu matchup because Pikachu versus Mewtwo won super easily. And playing against him was the worst. Anytime I had to play Abadongo in my bracket, which happened more than enough times, I hated it. Every time I'm just like, oh no. I even tried Mewtwo diddling him once. And it almost worked at, what is it? UGC. I played the Ditto. I think I took the first stock, but he ended up winning. Abadongo was so good in Smash 4. Lord.
あ、そんなきつかったんや
知らなかったね
俺も出してた
あ、そうなんだ
Kameme went to that tournament. You played Mewtwo Ditto against him.
イーサムには出してないけど他のピカチュウに出してました
So
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, he got like 9th or 7th or something. Kamame had a hard bracket.
なんかミスター R とセイレムとか倒したかな
so he beat Salem, and
Yes.
he lost against Mr. R and someone.
I'll try to find it.
Ally,
あーマリオに勝てなかったもんね
マリオは
because it was
Hard
Mario.
matchups.
なんかカメメがマリオを苦手としてたが多分正しいかもしれない
マリオでも
なんかいろいろ
そうでしょあれ
なんかいろいろでもキャラ使ってて苦労してたそう
Kameme had multiple characters, but Mario was a very difficult character to play against.
Mario was broken. I had to start playing Samus against Mario because I just could not beat multiple Marios like Ally, Zenyu, random ones from smaller states in the US would still give me trouble, and then I picked up Samus and never lost again.
Yeah, I've seen that matches.
でしびれ王だって
そうしびれ王
いいサムでサムすれば
ポップオフのやつ、
うん
有名な
有名なポップオフのやつ
Yeah, so you popped off in Civil War against Mario.
Hi.
Yeah.
はい。
はい。
お失礼する
それ
何
有名なポップオフがあるんですよ
当時の再現です。
ピカチュウのぬいぐるみボーンぶん投げて
サムで買ったから
パン
ね
ツで買ったからピカチュウぶん投げて
すげえ。
あれ会場で見てたけどかっこよかったな
かっこいいよね、そういうのね。
めっちゃかっこいい
じゃあ、ヒカルくんはおいくつだったでしょうか。
それこそカメさんと一緒で、
はい
2016だっけあれ
エボはね
うんそう最初の2016のエボ俺イーサムに負けてるんですよ
あそうだね
そう表ナイロに負けて裏イーサム
うわ、辛いね。
に負けてみたいななんか何にもなく失敗だけど内容ほんま覚えてないぐらい
それはドンキ。
あそうそうそう
あプリンではなかった
アプリではないギリ
Is he saying how he beat me at Civil War?
No.
覚えてるなこれ
It's Hikaru's turn. So the first time you played against Hikaru was Evo 2016.
Oh,
He-
I forgot about that.
That was like one of his first tournaments, and he used Donkey Kong, and he lost very hard in losers bracket. Like he couldn't do anything.
And then he ended up winning at Civil War after I beat Ally, because I was solely prepared to fight Ally, and honestly, I still expected to lose. So at that point, when I had played Hikaru afterwards, I was just like exhausted and mentally like I already did what I wanted to do, and so he destroyed me with some of the nastiest clips he's ever got.
いや、すごい
ま
ね。
だに使われるもんなリフ上投げ回避読み
リフ上だけで
そうリフ上投げが 30% ぐらいでピカチュウがすごいパーセントで死んでなんか掴んでリフ上投げして、戦場の一番上の台で、相手の回避だけ見てもう一回掴んでリフ上投げ上で撃墜したやつあれ最初にイーサムにやってすごいパーセントでピカチュウが撃墜してみたいな回があった気がする
なるほどね。それがまあ切り抜かれてよく使われることに
そう
なると。
あーでも回はすごかったねこれ相手周りでも当たってるんですよイーサム投開技
ほうほ
今作の SP の最初の投開技で
おう
そうアライとイーサムが日本来た時の
うん
予選の最後も当たってて、
う。うん。
だからゼロサムピカチュウやって、マジで何もなかったけどハートの器落ちてきて勝った
The final smash, I remember.
Yeah, you played against Hikaru at the official Tokaigi in Ultimate, and you had a lead in that whole match.
I
But
did.
there was the heart.
I forgot that too. Yeah,
Heart
he
on
got
the
a heart and then he final smashed me at like 30%.
Yes, so
Yeah.
he came back
So-
and yes, beat him.
そりゃそうやね
そりゃそうやね
海外から来て一先の大会でハートの落ちてきて負けんの最悪すぎでしょマジであれのおかげで俺東日本リーグ出てるからそうそうそう
イーサムに感謝だ
イーサム
いやハートの強い感謝
そうねほんまごめんイーサムって感じでマジで
So
He ended
you,
up winning the event though, so I didn't feel too upset about it.
so you came all the way to Japan, but lost against full recovery heart. But that was unfortunate. But he won the tournament after you beat.
You are very welcome.
いや、すごい。
I mean, I'm glad that something good came out of it, because either way, that trip I got a ton of experience versus. I don't remember everyone I played in friendlies, but I do specifically remember playing Rotsuku and Zakure in a bunch of friendlies before Genesis 7, 6,
7か
whichever Genesis. I think it was
Five.
Genesis 6.
5ぐらい
5, 6.
Well,
No,
because
I don't
it was
remember.
Ultimate, so I think it was Genesis 6.
6.
And so,
Yes, 6 probably.
Yeah, so then because of that, I was able to do really well there, and also I was warning every single person in the United States about Zachary. I was like, you don't understand how good he is. I have never lost that bad in friendlies ever. This kid is crazy, and no one believed me, and then he got 5th or 4th or whatever he did. And I was like, I told you, kid's crazy. He's so good.
あ、すごい。やっぱなんかみんなちゃんと形に残るというか、しっかりとした、いや会ったことあるけど喋ったことないなとかじゃないね。もうやっぱりこれがあってこんなことがあってってで裏話まで出てくるみたいな。いやすごいな。
ザクレの回一緒に見てたっすよね。
見てたよね。
あの回。
そうですね。そっか、あれがザクレ君の初めての海外か。
そう
なるほどね。でもう海外にザクレっていう化け物がいるぞと、っていうのをイーサム発信で広めてたということですね。たくさん思い出はあると思うんです。なんかヒカル君とかカメメとか質問があれば。
まあ誰注目してるか。
あ、
聞かなきゃだよね。
日本。
それはそう。最近ずっと買ってしまっているから。
そうね。
日本人強すぎて。だからその中でも。やっぱフランスでザクレイが優勝してる直近、ザクレイが強いのはもちろん、ただアコーラ君とかも出てきて、
そうだね。
でイーサムってめっちゃ好きなの、日本だからスマブラの競技、めっちゃ見てるっぽくて、その中でも誰を注目してるのかちょっと
そうだね。
北沢
もう一人と言わずにもうね、何人でもいたらぜひ教えていただきたいなと。
So next question before going to tier list. So last question before tier list. So what Japanese player? So Zachary came back very recently and won his first tournament
めっちゃ好きなの
after 8 months.
Zakure Daisuki. He's my favorite.
But Akola is doing very well in Japan right now.
強い強い。
強い。やばいやばい。
Who are you watching right now?
The people, obviously the old, top Japanese players, that I think of in terms of Zachary, T, Pac-Man, Shuton, Ashimo. Well, Ashimo's the new one. So, Kamame, Sora. Sora's still good, and I don't care what the people in the United States say. But in terms of the newer players, or the players that just started mostly competing or going offline, I would definitely say Akora. He's so good. I'm actually putting out a YouTube video, probably before this one comes out, that I think he is at least the second best player in the world. Like MK Leo, Akola, like neck and neck.
めちゃめちゃすごい評価だよね。
すごいよ。
Yoshidora, so good. I know he's been good, and I've known about him for a long time. Back in like the Smash 4 days, he was the Wi-Fi legend. Ashimo, his Ryu's so good. What he did at the Invitational was crazy. And then Hiro, the Bowser. He's been really good. And I guess as an honorable mention, I've known about him for a long time. Riziasu. Me Brawler. I play Me Brawler.
まあね、そこはね、いっぱい聞きたいからね。
そうだね。後でちょっと聞かせていただ
We'll
き
probably talk about Rizeasu and Me Brawler afterwards in tier list. Yes.
Okay. Really quickly, before we continue, I have to put something into the laundry. It's gonna take maybe 3 minutes. Is that okay?
So let's take a break here and go on the tier list after this. というわけでちょっと3分ぐらい、はい、
全然平気。
はい、洗濯機かけてくる
あ、
そうです。
もう
はい
全然平気。